Right, I've been working on getting my batteries charged. I got both of those topped off. So this video is all about getting this Cummins 5.9 fired up on the engine stand. I just want to run it for like 30 seconds or so and see where I have leaks and if it's making any strange sounds that it shouldn't, and just anything I need to access before I stick it in the truck. So first order of business, I need to prime this pump. I emptied all the oil out of it, and I need to put some more oil in it. From what I've read, it takes about 3/4 of a quart, and I need to open this up and put all the oil in there. So let me do that. One thing I'm doing is I'm going to make a mark where I made my timing mark, and I need to move that back just a little bit. I got it set at 17 degrees, about 16.5 degrees, I think, if I remember correctly. So let me move this back just a little bit. Whoa, I can't move anything now. Gonna have the little persuasion here. So I need to make me a little mark, line up with that, so I know where my timing mark is. That's nothing super accurate, but it gives me an indication if my timing slips, and I can line up the the pump, and if these two marks don't line up on the crankshaft, I'll know that my timing slipped on me, or if it's changed at all. So just a reminder. A little temporary oil pressure gauge. I figured this would be a good place to tap in if it fits. Okay, so I have this little, that's actually a fuel gauge, but I'm using it for oil. I'm gonna see if that works for oil pressure. Hopefully it will, we'll see. I just figured it's convenient. This is temporary, just so when I'm starting the engine up, I can tell what kind of oil pressure I have. If that doesn't seem to work out, I may change that. I've got another gauge, but it means that I have to cut this plate away because my oil galley is right there behind it. Unfortunately, I didn't plan for that, so something else I'm going to have to do. I just went and bought some fuel lines. My return and supply lines. Let me go ahead and hook those up. Bought 6 foot of each. I don't know how much I'm going to end up using. One of them's 5/16. What was the other one? Yeah, 5/16 is a small one, and 3/8 for the larger one. I'm going to get my plasma torch out there and cut it out right there. Hopefully I won't catch it on fire. It's not pretty, but it had to be done. Just burnt the paint. Another Christmas present for my wife. And I have no excuse now. I got a good set of boots, protect my feet, and these things are comfortable. This is recommended, and this is the brand recommended by one of my viewers, EVERLANDER. He's got a nice YouTube channel too. You might want to check him out. He's got a really nice custom rig that he built almost from scratch, kind of like my box camper, but much higher level than that. But yeah. So anyway, man, I hate the I gotta break these things in. Probably won't take too long, but they're comfortable as is. I can imagine once they get broke in, they're gonna be really nice. Not a paid endorsement, by the way. My wife paid full price for these things. So anyway, hopefully they'll last a lifetime. We'll see. All right, let's work towards getting this thing fired up. What's it gonna take? This right here is a little bleed screw, and down here is the mechanical pump. I can pump this and it starts to flow fuel out the top. So that's a good sign. Pump's working anyway. Ooh, man, a lot of fuel came out. Good start. I've got the fuel pump primed, fuel filter primed. So now I got to prime the fuel rail. Not 100%. I didn't really read up on this, but from a few of the things I've been, ran across, this is what you're supposed to do. At least loosen up the first 3 injectors. Get some fuel flowing through these. That is on there. Ooh, something binding. Man, this thing's got some major compression. Well, it appears I have burnt my starter out. And in fact, I think I've burnt 2 starters out. I don't know what I've done wrong here. I was spinning it over, trying to get oil pressure built up, and now neither one of them work. I think I might have to take it apart and just see what's going on internally. Can't get the solenoid to work. Can't get the starter to work. But maybe possibly here. Ground right here. Ground cable hooked up. Positive lead here. Even though this doesn't exactly match, it's good enough to get contact. Yeah, that looks pretty bad. Brushes are like stuck. What the hell? That's a problem. Wow, that made a big difference. Trying to see if there's any fuel coming out up here. Not yet. Ah, there we go. There's some right there. Oh, I heard something. Sounds like something's about to fire up. So I'm gonna get an oil pressure gauge hooked up. Pretty much wanted to get it fired and make sure that idles, no knocks, had good oil pressure, which I gotta get my gauge set up. It's a ISS Pro and I got this much of it, but I need the rest of it. So I need to go, that's first and foremost. Oh, house didn't like it. And got to do a little cleaning around here. Every time I make the next step, I just destroy the place. Pick up some tools and stuff. If I picked up my tools as I went along, I probably wouldn't have this problem. But yeah, I'm gonna take that new starter back. I thought the starter was the problem, but it's the cables. In fact, I got on Cummins Tech on Facebook and read some stuff, and they said the same thing about other people's problems. And then there's YouTube videos out there, same, people trying to start with weak cables, but you got to have a big, I think 2-aught cable at least to get these things cranked and good connections. All right, so I robbed the cable that was out of the truck, so that's what'll be going back in there to start it. So I know that'll work at least. I think I've got me a new favorite engine. It's 5.9, man. These things are awesome. They like last forever. The only bad thing about them is that parts are expensive, but hopefully once you get it running, you don't have to buy many more parts. Notice this thing is inching its way out of the garage and into the truck. It's getting closer every time. Won't be long, especially when it gets warm outside. I'm going to make some headway on this thing. Once I make sure there's no leaks and it idles and runs good, and decide, yeah, I may get some new injectors put in there. And anyway, it'll be time to load it in the truck. I'm thinking this is going to be easier to put in than taking that 6.4 out. At least I hope that's the way it works. So thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks for watching my channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do for future updates. Remember, build it, don't buy it.